Hey guys, Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you a video today to ask the question, pick one, Nike Magista Obra 2 or Adidas A17 Plus Purecontrol. Which of these two shoes would you rather wear? There's going to be a pop-up in the corner of the screen that will reveal a poll where you can vote for either the Obra 2 or the A17 Plus Purecontrol. Right after you vote, it'll show you the results in real time. And really the point of this series in general is not only just to share my opinion, which I'm going to be doing in just a second, but also to get the opinion of the community in one single spot, to create kind of a database of information, of community opinions. So I strongly urge you guys to vote in the corner of the screen, and I also urge you to leave a comment down below. Let me know what your opinion is, what your personal experience has been with one or perhaps even both of these two shoes. And people who are trying to figure out the exact same question, should they buy the Obra or the Purecontrol, have a spot to come to see as many opinions as possible that hopefully will help them out in deciding which of these two shoes is more along the lines of what they're looking for. So again, leave your opinions down below in the comment section, cast your vote in the corner of the screen, and with that said, let me share what I think about these two boots. Let's start off by saying that the main reason why these two shoes get compared so much in the first place is mainly because they're marketed in similar ways. They both fall under the control boot category, which I think goes without saying, but I have talked about it many times in my videos before. Doesn't really mean anything. It's purely a marketing term. No shoe is going to improve your ability to control the ball. No shoe is going to improve your abilities or skills in general. That's on you, not the shoes on your feet. So from an actual experience standpoint, which is what is going to differ from one shoe to another, these two shoes feel and perform completely different. There's almost nothing to compare here. So just keep that in mind. The other thing that's definitely worth noting here is the fact that this is a Nike shoe and this is an Adidas shoe. So automatically, people really want to compare the two biggest brands in soccer cleats / football boots. At a certain time when the F50s were around, and then of course you had the Mercurial Vapor, kind of equivalent models, you had the Predators and the T90s, which were kind of equivalent models. So I understood the comparison between the two brands being a very frequent thing. But in the case of what's going on right now between Nike and Adidas, not just with the Magista and the Ace line, which like I said, I don't think are alike at all, but really Nike and Adidas, while they have similar shoes in certain marketing categories, they really aren't similar shoes in terms of the experience that they have on offer. They're really two separate brands creating two separate products that don't really compare to each other all that well. So please keep that in mind. Really, the only significant grounds for comparing these two shoes is the retail price. They both retail at $300. So what is my personal preference between the Obra 2 and the A17 Plus Purecontrol? It's very easily the Magista Obra 2. And if I'm being brutally honest with you guys, it's not even close. I prefer this shoe in pretty much every single way possible, every single category that you could break down a soccer shoe into. I think the Obra 2, from a performance standpoint, that is purely objective and something that I think if you tried both shoes, you absolutely will feel as well. It's just a better shoe in pretty much every single way. The main reason why I am such a big fan of the Obra 2, which I did give the best shoe of 2016 award to, at least I thought it was the best boot of 2016, still very good in 2017 as well, is this Flyknit upper, I think just creates the most unique experience you can get from a knitted material currently out there. Obviously that is a hot trend in soccer cleats as of right now, but the Flyknit base with the flywire cables and most importantly, the 3D texturing that they've implemented on this particular shoe just creates such a unique experience in terms of the feel on the ball that you get. You get that dampened sensation because of the texturing, but at the same time, it doesn't feel bulky. It's almost like getting the plush, soft, cushion touch of a leather shoe without the bulk, without the added thickness to the upper. It's really, really unusual, but something that feels absolutely amazing that you can really only get from the Nike Magista Obra 2. The fact that it's mid-cut is something that I'm personally not too crazy about, but for whatever reason, I think that this is by far the most comfortable mid-cut shoe Nike currently has on offer. It just fits really, really good. pretty much wearable from right out of the box based on my experience. I like the way the shoe fits. Because you do have the lacing system and the flywire cables, the lockdown and general responsiveness is very good in the boot as well, as you would expect from a top-end model from Nike. And of course, you do get the firm ground stud pattern. That, quite frankly, is nothing incredible, but it does get the job done, and it's got a nice stable sensation to it overall. So again, as a whole, I think the Obra 2 is a very, very good shoe and one of the best performing top-end models at the $300 price point currently available. So what do I think of the A17 Plus Purecontrol? If you regularly watch my channel, you've probably heard some opinions that I've shared, not only on the A17 Plus, but also the A16 Plus Purecontrol and the laceless system in general. There's a playtest video on my channel where I go over even more details, so if you haven't seen that, I'll leave a little pop-up on screen. But my main gripe with this shoe is mainly based around the fact that it is a laceless boot and the laceless system in general, the way that it works, the way that it secures your foot in place. So basically, because of the laceless system, you have an internal structure that is elasticated, that when you slide your foot in, it compresses around your foot, and that's what's replacing the need for laces. Now, the issue with this is mainly down to the responsiveness and lockdown that you'll get from this particular system. While you put the shoes on for the first time, they're going to feel okay. It's going to feel fairly secure on your foot. But because of a laceless system, you don't have any adjustability. The way that this shoe fits is going to be different for every single person, not only based on the width and the size of your foot, it's based on the specific shape of your foot and the volume of your foot. It's something that, again, because of the lack of adjustability, you almost have to have the perfect foot for this particular shoe in order to get the optimal level of performance. And even if they do fit you extremely well, when you start moving around more quickly with more intensity, you're going to find that, especially upon making quick cuts or even a plant for a shot, that elasticated internal structure is going to stretch. It has to stretch in order to get your foot in and out, but obviously you don't want it to stretch while you're moving around, but it does anyways, and that does create slippage on the inside of the shoe. This is genuinely the only shoe, along with the A16 Plus Purecontrol, that when I shoot the ball, I do a shooting session, when I plant my foot, because that internal tech fit system stretches, my foot slides forward, I jam my toes against the front of the shoe, and I actually end up getting black toe or bruised toenails when I wear the Purecontrol for any kind of extended period of time. So it's one of those shoes that genuinely does cause me discomfort, which to me is a big reason why I'm just not crazy about this shoe in general. The laceless system, while it does work, it's really not a top-end performance product or a top-end performance technology when compared to other high-end shoes out there, including Adidas's own other top-end models that do feature lacing systems, be it the Messi 16 Plus Pure Agility or the X16 Plus Pure Chaos, obviously also at that $300 price point. My other kind of gripe with this particular shoe is the fact that it is a knitted upper, mainly in the toe box forefoot area, but because of the internal structure that's in here, because of the laceless system, it really doesn't have a soft sock-like sensation on your foot. The shoe doesn't really have that good of a feel for the ball. It feels bulkier than you might expect based on how it looks from the outside. And again, if you're comparing it to the Nike Magista Obra 2, the feel that that shoe has on offer versus this is so much better, it's not even funny. The other thing that I guess is a little bit gimmicky with this shoe is the addition of the boost foam at the base of the sole as well as in the insole. It's a really cool concept. Obviously, boost foam works extremely well in Adidas's running models and other performance lines that they've implemented that foam in, but in a soccer shoe, more specifically this particular shoe, it really just feels like a normal pair of insoles. So if you're buying this with the expectation that the underfoot cushioning that it's going to provide is phenomenal, it really just feels like a normal foam insole, nothing special at all. Again, I don't think that this is a terrible shoe, but if you're gonna spend $300, which buys you any top-end model currently out there, I think you have much better options than the Adidas A17 Plus Purecontrol. And again, the main issue here is the laceless system. If you really want this design in a shoe that works much better and performs much better, fits much better, the Ace 17.1 Prime Knit is a far superior option and obviously costs a lot less as well. So that concludes this pick one video, Magista Obra 2 or Adidas Ace 17 Plus Purecontrol. Again, vote in the corner of the screen. Leave your opinions and experiences down below in the comment section. If you have any questions at all, leave those down below as well, and I definitely will do my best to answer any questions that you might have. If you enjoy this series, want to continue seeing it happen on the channel, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all of my social media information linked down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.